What does a herald usually do? I serve as the hand and voice of the goddess, carrying out her will and delivering her message. When her radiance has no tasks for me, I am occupied by the same duties as other warriors of heaven. I keep unfailing watch over the goddess' domain. I escort the souls of the faithful to Pharasma's court, and then on to their waiting afterlife. I also watch over the goddess chosen, and when the opportunity arises, I descend into hell to engage in honesty combat with the devils. It allows me to study their tactics. What is Yomide like? The herald chuckled softly. No doubt you are hoping to hear a tale of her untold divine might and the awe she elicits on those around her. Yes, this is true of the inheritor, but it's also true that she seems much closer and understandable to you than to others, such as myself, for example. Yomade was born an ordinary person in the cursed lands of Kaliax and traveled a long road before she became a righteous queen of heaven. She has never forgotten who she was before. I'm older than my lady goddess, much older, and I still bow down before her foresight and wisdom. We immortals who spend much of our time on the outer planes can sometimes struggle to comprehend the pain, fear, and joy that mortals feel, but not Yomade. She's as human as she is divine. Why is Heaven Host not aiding the Crusaders? You could have destroyed the World Wound long ago. You cannot imagine how your question fills me with sorrow. My greatest desire since the day the World Wound opened was to come here and at the head of a light-bringing army and drive out the legions of darkness, to harry them until they were cowering in the farthest corners of the abyss. But alas, we, the first servants of the gods, are greatly restricted in what we can do. The Crusades of the Mortals battle for their own world. If I bring angelic forces here, it will become a war between heaven and the abyss. Waves of power, magic incinerating everything within sight, armies of celestials and demons fighting in every corner of the world. The consequences would be horrific. Remember, everything you have seen up to now has been the work of only 3 demon lords, Discari and Baphomet, who are supported by Nocticular, mistress of Guile. But in the abyss, there are dozens of creatures with similar power. They are disunited and despise one another almost as much as they despise all that is light and righteous. But be sure that they will not miss a chance to sink their teeth into heaven's throat. If all the demon lords march into Galarian, it would be the stuff of nightmares. It cannot be allowed to become a reality. If you can't interfere in the course of the crusade, why are you helping me? There's permissible interference, and then there's crossing the line. I was permitted to create the ward stones and gift them to the crusaders, to offer my advice, and from time to time even appear on the battlefield myself to accompany several allies. This does not stray beyond the bounds of the mortal's war. I could have been summoned with equal success by a faithful cleric. But the appearance here of heaven's multitudinous... No, wait. Heaven's multitude... Yeah, it is. Host in full force. I'm like, what is this, English? In full force is another matter entirely. Alas, for now, I can only offer you this. My presence and a small troop of my loyal soldiers, which I have already lost. Thank you for your answers. I want to talk to you about angels. Oh god, more talking. Okay. How are angels made? You know, when 2 angels really love each other. Like other supernatural beings, we most often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand laws governing the cycle of birth and death. After Pharasma's court, each mortal soul receives their merited afterlife. Hell and the abyss, heaven and the Elysium. Each soul goes to the plane that called them in life. Okay. But when they arrive at their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and a scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the planes of the good, souls are destined for peaceful rest, or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the souls of noble mortals. One soul or several, it can vary. Sometimes the gods also create angels out of the essence of their plane, but this essence also contains fragments of good souls. So what is the difference between angels and mortals? That is a question for sages and philosophers to debate. I am just a simple warrior. Although many supernatural beings are born from the souls of mortals, we are not mortals. We are cut from the cloth of the plane from which we originate. We are an idea made flesh. Many things mortals care deeply about mean nothing to us, such as time, for instance, or gender. Only a few of my kind see themselves as male or female. For the majority of angels, these words are meaningless. We can communicate with any creature without learning their language, and we do not freeze in even the most terrible frost. We are different. We will never look down on mortals because of that, and we will never, ever stop praying for you or protecting you. A dying angel appeared before me in the dungeons beneath Canabris. He had left his flaming sword in the rubble there. The hand of Inheritor hangs his head. I can guess who it was. Lariel, my long-lost comrade and friend. He disappeared without a trace back in those dark days when the world wound opened its jaws for a second time and swallowed up new lands. I mourn him as bitterly today as I did back then, but I also rejoice that he was able to call to us, to you, across the expanse of time. We lose old allies and gain new ones. We will not surrender no matter how great the losses, no matter how deadly the enemy. Tell me about Targona, the one I rescued from Marilu's laboratory. Targona, my brave sister in arms, has returned to the halls of heaven now. Her imprisonment was a heavy burden on her. The corrupted wing that the witch Arilu rewarded her with it is poisoning Targona's days with fear and worry. But she's being cared for by the finest healers in heaven. I have faith and hope that we will be able to help her. We'll be able to help her. In Canabras, I touched the ward stone and I saw angels trapped inside. The Herald of Yomade gives a sigh beneath his helmet. It was a heavy decision for all of us. My mistress sent out a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels of heaven answered it. We chose the noblest and bravest from among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Galarian, and we locked their souls inside the ward stones. They were fated to stand guard there, inside the cold depth of stone, hitting their unbending will against creeping demonic corruption. But alas, the goddess and I failed to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brothers and sisters. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for finding a way to preserve the wardstone, despite the fact that many of my brothers and sisters inside abandoned the vigil. I did not condemn them. Did not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption if I had been in their place. We did lose the dagger with it, though. Thank you. I found out everything I wanted to know. Can you tell me anything about my power? I'm afraid not. Even I am not privy to all the workings of my radiant mistress. I believe that she has chosen you, and I know that she watches over her chosen ones most attentively. She does not lead mortals by the hand, but allows them to prove themselves, prove that they are worthy of her divine mercy. I'm amazed by the form the divine gift has taken within you, but I'm often surprised by mortals. What matters most is that you are leading the Crusaders to victory and ridding Galarian of the word wound once and for all. While Yomade was still mortal, she underwent the test of the Starstone and gained her godhood. It may well be that you are experiencing a similar trial, at the end of which you will gain true righteousness and power. Hey Ninja! Hi, hello! How you doing tonight? May Yumide's light be with you. Mr. Angel, you're a very tall person. Very tall person. Okay. I need to sell some stuff. This side. Ooh. I am tired already. So I have a month to do everything. Oh god, here we go with the selling. No. Just sell a bunch of stuff. Wait, was that a special one? No. Oh, we. But I don't really need that. Just passing by to say hi. I'm not in the best mood. Oh, just watching some Casimiro clips, making myself laugh. Oh, that's great. You know, making ourselves laugh is the best cure. You know? How can I put it? It's easier to laugh and forget about stuff. I usually watch Friends. Or The Office, or something of the sort. Or just stay amongst friends, you know, and try to, I don't know, distract myself. Gonna make some money from this place. So much money. No, no. Gonna take this. Look at all this money. Hell yes. Yes. Give me all this money. Wait, that might be useful. It's a +1, this is a +2. Don't think I have anything else. 77k. Ooh, delicious. So we have 2 masks that I want to deal with. We have 2 masks right now. Where are they? One here and one here. That I really want to go and do stuff. We also have a lot of demon blood and code iron. Need to see with the storyteller because I also have more elven pages. Where are they? They're somewhere around here. There, one. Okay, nice. Am I losing? No, this is just... Oh, I am. I had the ability damage taken. Whoa, a bunch of it. Okay, I'm gonna level up Nanio. And then I will take her with me. Just gather some energy now? Oh, don't worry about it. I mean... Oh, you've been here for 35 minutes already. Oh. Oh, right. I mean, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. You know me. I'm used to having no one in chat anyway. I will be talking through a bunch. Most people that watch my stream, I believe, watch it because I'm reading a bunch of stuff. So they just like my voice. Yeah, it's very unique, I would say. Okay, let's level up Nenio. Because I have to take her with me. in order to put the masks over there. I mean, I think I have to take her with me. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. It's very fast. Super fast. And... Ooh. Spell specialization. What do I want? Phantasmal Killer? Or Putrefaction? I think I want Putrefaction. Invisibility Mass. Definitely Invisibility Mass. Yes. Oh, I have to take one more. Gotcha. I could become a dragon. A bigger dragon. Don't want this. Do not want any of those. Old person mask would be nice. Let's see, insanity would be amazing. How about word blind? This is just so good. Sure, let's give it a try. Done. I like your voice, V. It's very soothing. Thank you so much. It's nice. It's nice having something. You know, I'm not the type of streamer that uses a camera and stuff like that. So it helps to know that at least my voice does something for people. At least I have that. I'll be lurking again. See you. See you. Have a nice lurking. Who do I have to talk to? Whose quest have I done and not talked to? Oh, I have to go back to this dude here. I also have to figure out why it says that Soziel is here and he wasn't here before. So let's check out our quests. Make a decision about Kilissa's final thing. I don't know how to do that. Oh yeah. Winter Council stuff. I don't know how to do this one. I believe they're gonna come to me. Find the Nidra. Commander is now on the hunt. The game of hide and seek is as old as time itself. All the peoples of Galarian have their own version, but the basic rules are the same one. One person hides, one person seeks. The former gets the chance to feel cunning and superior over the unsuspecting opponent. Their latter is turned into a hunter, tracking down a weaker prey. People grow up, but their games never change. Zenidra, why is her name so familiar to me? Has cast herself in the role of prey, betting her life on the decision. However, this is not a failing, but the result of a natural survival instinct. Zenidra the Baphomet cultist, though it best to flee the battle in Ivory's thought it best to flee the battle of the Ivory Sanctum. But where has she gone to ground? It's possible that someone who knows the habits of Baphomet cultists may be able to offer some idea. Knows the habit of cultists.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Found another page. Oh, we have a story. Okay. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. I'm sitting at the top of my tower. In my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine. In my left, a bark-covered notebook. I breathe in the ash floating in the air. The wine leaves the bitter taste of soot on my lips. It's been 100 years since I returned to Galarian from the Abyss. Oh, he's already out. Ooh. 100 years spent on research, hard work, and rare journeys. I turned the page of the notebook. Wisdom of elves and the cunning of Demon Lord Baphomet are gathered here. There is a description of how the purple crystal from Illusionra works, and my own observations about the Rift Carver, Demon Lord Discardi's scythe. I know everything written in by heart, but I keep paging through it all the same. Touching these pages makes me feel hopeful, and strengthens my resolve. I have gathered everything I need to connect Galarian with another plane. I'm close to saving these smoldering embers of Galarian, hiding them from Earthfall. Just a little bit more, a decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. A cold shiver runs down my spine, and I smile. Kinney is trying to get into my tower again. A world of ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left by their owners are there for the taking. These objects are not so precious nowadays, but they can fetch a good price on other planes. However, my friend stubbornly continues to try and evade the protective traps of my tower. He got caught. Predictable. The 3 guards safely entangled Kinney in their branches. You got to the 3rd floor of the tower today. Nice try. I smile, sip my wine, and turn the page of the notebook. My friend will have to wait a little while before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. Tell me a bit about Galarian after the Earthfall. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. The few who are still holding on fall deeper into degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. But my spells are strong and my guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled, the riffraff leave my tower and search for easier pickings. I watch them go and feel no mercy. They deserve their fate. They should have fought like me, but they chose the easy path of plunder. Why does Skinny try to get into your tower? All this started with an innocent joke when I boasted to him that my tower was now the safest place in Galarian, and he decided to prove me wrong. It's been 20 years since then. It's become a very long-running joke. Once every few years, Kinney tries to get into my tower secretly and steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, or the heart of the tower, the purple crystal we got in Illusionra. I play along, truly happy every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. Please continue. Kinney takes the goblet from my hands, but it is not in a rush to drink it. You would learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets, he says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world, my friend. Precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted and truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs and stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think, when did Kinney and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet. He says I should have opened the rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Galarian. Now it's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too. He thinks we've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches, for they are somewhat fair. I could have tried to save Galarian 100 years ago, when Nocticula, my former lady in shadow, upheld her part of the bargain and decrypted Baphomet's notes. But instead of fulfilling the goal I set to myself, I decided to spend a little more time in research and preparation. It will take a year, I told Kinney back then, but after a year I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me and I still lingered, Why are you taking so long to connect the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear even to myself. I seem to have burnt out. I look at people surviving on Galarian and I realize I don't want to save them anymore. Who needs a handful of rabble who have already forgotten how to write, who get by with a vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. Oh no, I would see it through, sooner or later. It is my life's work. I can't just abandon it. But not now. Why is Kinney against opening the portal now? My friend thinks that it's too late, that my experiment in merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences the merging will have on the plane I choose? What will happen if I merge Galarian with Heaven and Earthfall happens to it too? Before, when Galarian civilizations were still fighting, together we could have overcome, surmount the Earthfall's consequences. But now there is no doubt that only war and death awaits us after we merge planes. But Kinney has always supported you. What changed? I thought about it many times. Over the years he spent with Galarian, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinions became more and more careful. He stopped rushing into the adventure life offered him. He got old. We both understand that his life as a half-elf is almost over, and I still have several hundred years to live. We realize that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to and making plans for the future. Kinney seems distant. Oh. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad, guys. The storyteller is silent for a long while, subdued in his thoughts. The terrible thing is, I don't feel sad. Accept our parting as a given. I condemn myself for this, but can do nothing about it. Kinney will leave me, and I will drink a goblet of warmed wine to remember him. And then I will return to the laboratory to continue my research. A friend has become a stranger to me. It happened. What I had been expecting for the last 10 years. What I was ready for. Kinney, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality and stole my research notes. They contained knowledge I gathered over the years from the most dangerous sources, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of that knowledge would be now lost forever. He didn't even leave a goodbye note. He just left, never to return. I'm standing at the top of the tower, with a goblet in my hand. There is no anger, no sadness in my soul, just doomed emptiness and fatigue. I bring my lips to the wine but taste nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. I used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes, but now it has become a burden. It dried out like a shriveled orange peel. I inhaled deeply, filling my lungs, and tossed the wine from the goblet. Entering the laboratory, I open a secret door and take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put for Kinney. We'll finish my life's work and merge the planes, even if there is no longer any point. I can't do otherwise. Wow. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. But this is not the end of my story. I know there are secrets in my past there are yet to uncover. So the things that we've been, these elven notes that we've been finding, they are probably the ones that Kinney stole from him. But why are they all over the world wound? I need those.